So this test is both of the speakers on battery mode. So here are the cables. You can see they are not on power. So the next test I will do them both in the power socket, and there are a few things I already can say. The ENCORE does perform a little bit better on a battery mode. Also it has a little bit more clearness. I did use the same EQ on both speakers. So you have like the JBL PARTYBOX app, and yeah, I didn't like do two different EQs. So I will first go to the ENCORE. This app does take some time, but there it is. And here you can see like the high tones I kept in the middle. I did try to boost the mids a little bit, and the bass I did put a little bit down. But I do have the bass boost one enabled. On both speakers is this the EQ. I can also go to the other ENCORE to show you guys that there the EQ is the same. So yeah, here the same EQ. So yeah, even if you use the same EQs, this one does give a little bit more clearness, and it's a little bit louder and a little bit more punchier on the battery mode. But I will now put them both in the power socket, and then we're going to see how they perform on direct power. I can already say that on direct power the difference isn't as big as with the battery mode. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So both speakers are now connected on a direct power. So let's see how they perform. I will start again with the ENCORE, and then we go to the Essential. And don't get me wrong, both speakers are fine, especially the Essential does give you a very good audio quality for a little bit lower price. But the ENCORE just gives you more lights, a little bit better bass response, and you get a microphone included. So you can like sing with it or do some karaoke with it. You have even like tunable echo and bass and treble and so on. So yeah, it is around 50, 70, 80 euros expensive. Really depends where you live. But I do think that the price difference does give you a little bit more of a more complete speaker. As with JBL is saying with his name, the Essential is really just giving you the essential parts. And this one is just a little bit of a pro model, a little bit of an upgrade model. But I'm not sure if this is really the way for JBL to continue, but let's just say that for now they are producing two different models. Even though they are same size, I did mention in the community tab that I thought this one was a little bit bigger, but they are the same size. It's just that the upper part is a little bit different because of the microphone, but other parts are almost similar. So let's do an audio test with the direct power on. It is a little bit louder on the microphone, so apologies if it distorts a little bit. I did try to tune the mic as good as possible for these speakers. So yeah, on the AC mode, the difference is much smaller. I do still think that the ENCORE is performing a little bit better in the bass response. It's a little bit deeper, and this is something weird, like with some PARTYBOX speakers like the PARTYBOX On The Go, but also the PARTYBOX 110, those speakers actually lacked a little bit in the deepness. For example, the PARTYBOX 100 was really a great speaker. I'm also a little bit disappointed that for myself that I sold it and put it away, because it was a very good bass response. But these two are very close to each other, but I will still prefer this one, also because it looks a little bit cooler with more lights, but it just is a little bit better tuned. It's a little bit clearer, the bass response is a little bit deeper, especially on battery mode is a big difference, and the battery is also a little bit longer, because this one is rated 10 hours and this one is 6 hours. So in practical use, this means that this one is going to last around between 2 to 4 hours, depending on your volume. But this one can still like really perform between 4 to 6 hours, like real use. And this is a difference that, yeah, some people really would like to have a bit better. So yeah, overall, the ENCORE is my way to go. But essential, if you really don't want the speaker to take out much out of the house, it's a great performer as well. What I like to do for a very short test is that both speakers have TWS support, so they can do like true wireless stereo. And the fun thing, it also works with different models. So I do have to inform you that with this like stereo mode, if you use the microphone for karaoke or anything else, it only works on this speaker. So it isn't like directing that signal to the Essential. There's some difference still between the models, but you can do stereo audio. So here's a small sample. So yeah, pretty cool that stereo at least works. So if you're like, I just need one speaker for karaoke sometimes, it's also great to get those two together. So yeah, this is the video for now, and see you guys around.